Welcome back to Marketing for Your Future. I am your host, David Binfield, and on this show, we speak to digital marketing experts from all across the country to help make you a better marketer yourself. So joining me all the way from Prosper, Texas is Victor Dwyer from Dwyer Enterprises. Victor, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. Glad to be here. Thank you so much.
It is our pleasure, I can assure you. So let's just jump right to it. Let's talk about your company. So give us the skinny.
Yes, basically what we do is we help Amazon and e-commerce marketers increase their sales through external traffic. That could be through Facebook, it could be through Google, it could be through TikTok, and we just help them guide through traffic to their e-commerce stores and help them gain sales and rankings on Amazon. That's what we do.
Very
to be
cool.
short.
Very helpful. So how did you find your need to fill, right? Like, how did you find this space that was needed for Dwyer Enterprises?
Yes. So what got me into marketing in the first place was I love how the human brain works. I am really interested on why people pick a blue banner versus an orange banner. It's very fascinating to me. So I started out in neurology and then I kind of got into marketing because it fascinated me. It was very interesting. And that's when I started to become a website developer. Then I got into Facebook, and then I learned how to guide Facebook traffic to e-commerce stores for them to make lots of money. And I kept learning. I really enjoy learning how the human brain works. This is my long journey through marketing to understand how the human brain works. It's very fascinating to me. So yeah.
Yeah, that is very fascinating. The way people operate is so interesting that each one of us can be so different, yet we all have kind of the same tendencies, right? Like, it's weird that everybody can kind of fit in some box in one shape or fashion. So let's talk about the future, as this is marketing for your future. How do you see the landscape in the marketing industry changing over the next 2, maybe 3 years?
So when it comes to Amazon changes every 48 hours. So there's always something big that happens. There's always some huge update that happens. So it makes us e-commerce people, us Amazon experts, where we always have to stay on the latest changes and the latest updates. And that's every 48 hours. That's like within the next month, anything could change. But when it comes to the next 2 or 3 years, what I see really happening in the e-commerce space, at least, I see more things going away from retail, like Walmart's, like Kroger's, all these different things, and where the user starts adopting grocery stores, like where people can just buy through their phones, because everyone's adapted right now through COVID and things like that to shop online. So I think we're going to start using our groceries, online shopping in grocery stores, and then all these other things, where the consumer will start being adapted to using online platforms and things like that. And that's when it comes to the retail sense, I see that's where it's going. And then when it comes to all these like advertising platforms like TikTok, Google, Facebook, they're going to get more expensive. They're going to get dramatically more expensive as people start, these multi-billion-dollar companies start adapting them, when they start shifting away from other spending like billboards and other things like that, and they start shifting their ad spend toward these platforms like Google, Facebook, and YouTube, and TikTok and all these other things. It's going to get dramatically more expensive, and that's going to be a huge downside to these platforms. So it's really important to start your advertising now before that happens. It's really important.
Right, so it's the more people that participate, right, the more it's going to cost you. It's the whole supply and demand thing. So if you want to get in, since it's a whole bunch of you, we're going to charge you a little bit more because you're going to pay a premium for it because you need to do it. So for all of those new marketers out there that are just starting out, that are just wanting to carve their own space in the industry, what would be your best advice for those folks?
I would say, trying just to get started, what I did is I interned for 3 years. Just to learn, I worked for free for 3 years just to learn how to make businesses more money. And it took a while. I worked my butt off. I worked in seven or eight different internships, and just learning the best ways to make businesses money. And that's where you can find the most opportunity, because you can take all the schooling in the world, but at the end of the day, all businesses value is experience. So if you can go up to a business and say, I can make you more money, that's all they care about. If they don't care about anything else, they don't care what certifications you have, what experience. Like they only care about your experience, and that experience proves how you can make them money. That is literally all they care about. So when it comes down to it, internships completely changed my life forever. So having that type of experience is super, super valuable. And not only because marketing is a big industry. You could be a video editor in marketing. You could be an advertiser. You could be a website developer. There's a million different things. Like that's what makes marketing amazing. And you need to intern to figure out what part of marketing you actually enjoy. Do you enjoy the graphic element? Do you enjoy the develop side of it? Do you enjoy the advertising section of it? There's a million ways that you can approach marketing. If you say, oh, I'm getting into marketing, that could mean a million different things. So it's really important to really establish that and intern so that way you can start that process of getting into marketing.
Sounds good. So it's all about hands-on experience. That hands-on experience is going to lead you to what you naturally gravitate towards your own speciality. Makes perfect sense. Well, I really want to thank you for coming on our show today, Victor. It was a lot of fun. We do thank you for your time, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. Thank you so much.
Right. So if you'd like to learn more about Dwyer Enterprises, you can head to dailyadbrief.com. That's going to do it for us today on Marketing for Your Future. We will see you in the future. Have a great day.